Let's do a pose called Salamba Sirsasana, that is headstand. I'm going to use a wall and a blanket to do the pose. So take a blanket and place it next to the wall, similar to what I have done here. Let's start with the alignment of hands and arms for the pose. So first I will demonstrate that. To make the firm interlock your fingers right up to the web and bring your thumbs in line with other fingers. Alright, come to the tabletop position. First I will demonstrate the alignment of hands and arms here facing towards the camera, and then we'll do it next to the wall. Bring your forearms on the ground so that your elbows are in line with your shoulder, and both the forearms and palms are parallel to each other. Make sure your elbows are in line and then make a firm interlock. Open your palms, palms are not closed, and bring your thumbs in line with your other fingers. Crown of your head goes to the ground and back of your head touches inside of your palm. So bring the crown of your head to the ground and back of your head touches the inside of your palm. Make sure your elbows and shoulders are still in line and press through your forearms and wrists to lift the shoulders up. Shoulders are not dropping towards the ground like this. So you want to press through your forearms and wrists to lift the shoulders up. Press your feet on the ground to lift the knees up and to lift the upper body up. Feet are hip width apart. The moment upper body goes up, the shoulders drop towards the ground like this. So once more, press through your forearms and wrists to lift the shoulders up towards the hips. Slowly come down and let's do the pose next to the wall. So come next to the wall and get into the same alignment by bringing your forearms on the ground. Make sure your elbows are in line with your shoulders. Interlock your fingers. Make a firm interlock. Bring your thumbs in line and just have a look. My hands are just an inch or half away from the wall. So you are very close to the wall. Feet are hip width apart. Bring the crown of your head on the ground or on the blanket and the back of your head touches the inside of your palm. Press through your forearms and wrists to lift the shoulder up. Press your feet on the ground, lift your knees up, lift your hips up and walk your legs towards your head direction. Now bring your feet together, bend your left leg and while maintaining your right leg straight, raise it towards the wall behind you and press through your left foot on the ground to hop and bring your right leg all the way back on the ground. Once more, bend your left leg, press it on the ground to hop and bring your right leg on the ground. And then bring your left leg in line with your right. Feet, both the legs together, feet together. Once more, press through your forearms and wrists to lift the shoulders up. Slow and steady breath. Lift your buttocks up towards the ceiling. That also means the front edge of your front hips is moving towards your chin. Move your rib cage in and keep pressing to your forearms and wrists. Slow and steady breath. Maintain the awareness in your legs. Legs are straight. Buttocks are lifted towards the ceiling. To come out of the pose, bend both the legs and slowly bring the knees towards your chest and one leg at a time. Bring your right leg on the ground followed by left. Bring your knees to the ground and move back. Untuck your toes. Bring the top of your feet on the ground, knees towards the side edges of your mat and get into forward virasana. Maintain the slow and steady breath. Slowly come up and move the blanket away and get into downward dog. Adjust your legs and the distance between your hands and the legs away from the wall to get into the downward dog, that is Adho Mukha Svanasana. Adho means down, Mukha means face, and Asana means pose. That's why the name of the pose. Stay here for 2 more breaths before we get into Uttanasana. When you are ready, slowly walk your legs towards your hands to get into Uttanasana. Feet are hip width apart. Maintain the breath. Observe the body weight. Bring the evenness of your body weight between your heels and the balls of your feet. Toes are not curled in. Make this a last breath and slowly bring your torso up. Roll your spine up, each vertebrae at a time. Slowly come up. Release and relax.